Hey there, how you doing? I almost choked to death there. But Bobby Dirkens here. Thank you so much for joining me for today's big program. If you're brand new here, make yourself welcome. Not in a way like you've known me for 10 years, but make yourself welcome like, hey, I'd like to come in and, I don't know, have some crumb cake or something. That kind of way. Just don't go digging through my refrigerator. Hit the subscribe button. That helps my little old channel out if you don't mind. If you don't mind, hit that. And turn on that. You see that little bell below there? That's called a notification bell. Guess what it does? It notifies you when I upload stuff. So, yesterday's week 2 of college football. Y'all forgive me. This light right here just absolutely burning up my face. Looked like Moses after he got the 10 Commandments. But we got week 2 in. We had a few games that was postponed, a few games canceled. Really could care less. I did want to see that Army BYU game, but hey, we'll see what's going on. Let's just go ahead and start running down some of the scores. Clemson, I'm going to start with Clemson. It was 49-0 at halftime, and then after that, Dabo went, I know I can score 120, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Called the dogs off. Trevor, 8 of 9, 168, 3 touchdowns. ETN, 8 carries, 68 yards. Frank Ladson. Now, I'm going to stop right here. On my video the other night, what did I say? What did I say on my video the other night? I said, Frank Ladson, something's got to go on with him. Now, I know everybody out there who doesn't like Clemson, you're like, this idiot's talking about his performance against Citadel. Let me tell you this. That youngin', y'all forgive me, hold on one second. What's going on over here? My video's supposed to be, my camera's dying on me. It's supposed to be plugged up. What in the Sam hell? Y'all just forgive me. If you're new here, this doesn't happen all the time. Other things happen, like my kid comes running in here in his underwear. No, if it cuts off, I guess it cuts off. But Frank Ladson out of nowhere has, even though he's a really, really talented guy, 5-star, out of Florida, Frank Ladson really hasn't shown much. And it's kind of left us all scratching our head. Now, if this was during the Tommy Bowden, Tommy West, Ken Hatfield days, we'd all be sitting there going, another player they just didn't develop. Okay? And you would go with that. You'd say that's just it. Not so with this team. Not so with this coaching staff. The majority of the coaching staff has stayed together, you know. I think that even though it was against Citadel, it was great for him to get 2 touchdown catches. And that very first touchdown catch was the first touchdown of the game, by the way. That was a big deal. That was a hard catch. I don't care who you playing. The pass was impeccable, whatever that means. And his catch, focusing while you've got somebody's hand right here and the ball flies by, and you know that ball's probably, 60, 70 miles per hour, comes in, he caught it. All right? Caught the football. And I'm sorry, y'all, I got to make sure this doesn't die. Because if this dies, I'm going to be mad. As I said, if you're new here, this normally doesn't happen. But of course, tonight, it would happen. Good grief. Like walking in on old people fooling around. It's awful. No, but it was good to see him get those 2 catches. It was good to see. I'm gonna get DJ's last name right. And nobody bothered to even put up a pronunciation up here. I still ain't gonna get it. But it was good to see him do what he did. Get 2 touchdowns on the ground. That's a big old joker too. A bunch of people got it. Clemson wins 49-0. They're off this week. Then, of course, we got that game with Virginia. But got a bunch of you getting in here saying May there to me. Crimson Brave 2020 said he just learned how to pronounce it. So I'm going to get in here on my laptop and I'm going to say Uigalele. I hope I said that right, Chase Henderson. May there to you. That's my old buddy Chase Henderson. Let me see who else is in here. I'm having to get on my trusty laptop. Feel like I'm on one of these big networks. Today in Vermont, a bear ate a moose. That was not funny, but it was worth talking about. Give me 1 second. Let me see who's in this comment section. Crimson Brave, may there. The Birdman, may there. SEC Dog, may there. Talk to the Paw, may there. Tiger Nation, my old buddy, may there to you. Patty Heverly, SEC Dog, good to see you in here. Let me see. Slim Shady Canes, congratulations to you. You won yesterday. You won. I felt like Louisville was going to win that game. Y'all won the game. You got your offense. You got to go, and congratulations to you, and thank you for the $3.05 super chat. I do appreciate it. I will drink beer with that money. Hope that don't bother you. In fact, I know you want it that way. Thank you so much, Slim Shady Canes. Chase Henderson, my old buddy, good to see you in here. Mason Weongulele, this is getting good. Ray, 52-0, Clemson. Talk to the Paul. Okay, well, I made that to you. That was a big deal. I'm going to run through the rest of these scores, and I'm going to make it fast, because as I said, my phone, if I just cut off the phone for some reason, something's going on with the charger. None of this is making sense. I feel like something crazy is going on. So, I'll make this fast. Notre Dame and South Florida. Notre Dame won 52-0. That's right, Ray. Y'all won 52-0. I honestly thought that Jeff Scott and the boys was going to give you more of a game than that. I just think you're too far ahead of them right now. I don't think that proves it right there. You're just too far ahead of them. You squashed them. You beat the crap out of them. It is what it is. But congratulations, Notre Dame. Notre Dame moving on up to the east side until the Big Ten comes in. We're going to see what goes on there, but who cares? Here's a game I absolutely love, had a field day with. Oklahoma State, Mike Gundy, I guess part of that whole negotiation in the offseason of him wearing that t-shirt of a totally not racist news organization. Was not racist. I was expecting to get on there and see like Klansmen and stuff and be like, oh, this is horrible. It was just a different point of view when Chuba Hubbard, or however the heck you say his name, he got his pants in a wad. They should have threw him off the team. But not only did they get rid of those stupid rules that Mike Gundy had, and got rid of that OAN shirt and made him take $1 million plus, off his contract, whatever it was. They also got rid of his hair. Did y'all notice he had a haircut? They took his hair. So not only did Hubbard take his well, basically all authority away from him over the team as the coach. He took away his hair. He took away his OAN t-shirt. And obviously took away their ability to play football because Tulsa almost beat them yesterday. They had to rally by 13 points in the fourth quarter to avoid an upset. And let me tell you this, Oklahoma State was still trying to lose it. Thank God they got a field goal kicker. But, yeah, Oklahoma State, not impressed with you. Cincinnati, 55-20 over Austin Peay. I mean, but the thing is, they're ranked number 13 in the country. Once again, we'll see how everything else goes. UCF, let me go ahead and tell you right now, UCF won 49-21 at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech opened up really, really strong in that game. It's just, you see where they don't have the depth and they need to grow more. But this Dylan Gabriel kid for UCF, you know, he's the backup. He threw for 417 yesterday. 417 yards. Marlon Williams, their wide receiver, 10 receptions, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. Let's see. We talked about Miami, 47-34 over Louisville. De'Aaron King, 325 yards, 3 touchdowns. Javian Hawkins of the Louisville Cardinal rushed for 164. Brevin Jordan, let me tell you this. Brevin Jordan has, and I know Slim Shady Canes is on here. I would throw to Brevin Jordan about every other play. Yeah, that guy right there is one of the best. I'd love to have him on Clemson's team right now, and we understand what I mean. We don't need him, but I'd love to have him. Can you imagine Trevor Lawrence zipping the ball to Brevin Jordan? Dear God. Brevin Jordan, one of my favorite players, it's not a Clemson player. I don't know about him personally. For all I know, he could be a psychopath. And he has naked dolls laying all over the place with colored hair and the hair chopped off. And one day it's going to come out, he's killed a bunch of people. But as far as a football player goes, he is ridiculous. But it's it's crazy. Y'all got some great comments going on in here. Louisiana barely beat Georgia State. That's a big deal. Not to me. Marshall beat number 23 Appalachian State. Pittsburgh beat Syracuse. I was surprised about that. I just don't buy into Pittsburgh. I also got a beef with Pittsburgh with some fans I ran into about 4 years ago. If I told you the story, you'd be like, huh? It was really annoying. Douchebag Jones. Going down some more teams you might care about. Navy pulled the biggest comeback of all day yesterday, and probably one of the biggest comebacks of the year. They were down 24-0 to Tulane. Tulane looked like they had it together. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if they marched the red hat ladies out there. That's just all I'm going to say. It looked bad. Navy come back. Congratulations to them after getting their tails whipped by the bicycle peddlers of BYU 2 weeks before. Boston College, Jeff Hafley gets his first win. It was the first game, by the way. 26-6 over Duke. I really don't know what went on with Duke. But, hey, it is what it is. Congratulations, Boston College. I'm going to try to go through a few more of these fast. NC State, Wake Forest went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know I'm not an NC State fan. Their coach, he does a lot to make himself look bad. He's one of those guys that I would like to imagine. I would imagine that if you lived in the same neighborhood as Dave Doran, he would be the guy who, as he's walking his little Shih Tzu out there, he'd probably come by with a tape measure, pull it out. And he sees by the way, it's leave your trash can by the driveway day. You know what I'm talking about? You leave it out there, big old truck comes by, it's probably the mafia. They pick it up, they dump that crap in the back, they set it right back down there. Well, you know you're supposed to get rid of it. And you know it doesn't supposed to be in certain neighborhoods, in certain areas. Dave would be the type walking down through there, see an 80-year-old grandmother who's decrepit. She can't get it all the way in the back, or she gets it too close to the road, and he'd pull out his tape measure, and then he would write a stern-worded letter to the HOA, and then have it turned around and sent to that old woman. And when they would ask about it, ask him why he would do that to Thelma. The lady, they say, she has just minutes to live. And he goes, well, that's just the rules. I imagine his kids get lumps of coal every Christmas. So I'm not a fan of NC State whatsoever. Really more their coach after he did what he did. You remember he picked on the defending national champions? And the coach that's loved more than any coach in college football. Remember ESPN even tried to destroy Dabo Swinney by coming at him with a sensitive issue through his players, and his players took up for him. And where did ESPN, I'm not saying all ESPN, I'm saying some writers from ESPN, some writers from the Sports Illustrated. Where did they, oh, they went away because they couldn't destroy a dynasty. So if they couldn't do it, Dave Doran definitely can't do it, and God knows he can't beat Dabo. Felt good to get off my chest. I'm gonna go through here. I'm about to get off of here. Let me see some of these comments in here. Did you see Chase Henderson? Did you see UGA has a patch celebrate not winning a national championship in 40 years? I would not doubt it. I don't care if this is even a lie. The truth is, they haven't won a national championship in 40 years. All that good recruiting. Boy, you'd run into a Georgia fan, he's got the big four-wheel drive truck, hops up, he's sniffing the air and everything. He's got the newest country star from the state of Georgia playing in the background. Got a little too much, just a touch too much cologne on. He gets out talking trash about Georgia. Well, you know, the last time we played you, we beat you. Okay. But, you know, you haven't won a national championship since 1980. That's so funny. Let me see. Tiger Nate said, that he was sitting in the, whatchamacallit. Said he was sitting in the west end zone. Congratulations to you. You need it. You need it, my friend. Congratulations to him. I'm glad you got to go. I wanted to at least ride down there. Let me see. I'm going to go through here. 1980 uniforms. Hilarious. A few more pronunciations of DJ Iwangalele. And away we go. Let me see. May there to you, GW. People's talking some real stupid. Luke Joel says the real teams start this weekend, Bobby. Hey, I'm not saying you personally, and maybe it is you personally. If you believe, my friend, if you believe that South Carolina versus Tennessee is real teams, I'm not saying that you do. I'm just saying. Let's go through here. Once again, if y'all just joining me and this phone dies, it dies. I would try to replug it. Y'all saw me do that. Let me see. Ishbukar Yala, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. You said, did I see you on an ESPN commercial? Yes, you did. I am on the new ESPN commercial. It's been up for about 2 weeks, and every other day I'm getting a text, a tweet, some old woman ride by wearing next to nothing, screaming, I saw you! Let me see. Quarterback for for South Carolina, Nicholas Powell said, looks like Billy Ray Cyrus. Is that not a slap at Helinski if I've ever seen it? Now, I don't follow them all the time, but listen to me, did Helinski opt out, or is he hurt, or what? What's going on there? Because they got a youngin in there I don't even know about. I know he's a transfer from Colorado State, heard about that, and he's got hair flow and everything, Mike Bobo, blah, 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 blah. What happened to Helinski? Because if you go back to this time last year, here's what South Carolina fans were doing. They were telling us we can't get rid of this Bentley kid quick enough. They were already doing that. Listen to me, this was even before the South Carolina-North Carolina game. All right? They want to get rid. Once they got Helinski in there, boy, I tell you, we've got. He's not the starting quarterback this year. Did he break his ankle too? I mean, if there's something that's went on I don't know about, I mean, God knows that's very possible. I'm in on vacation, and quite honestly, I just don't sit around pining away after South Carolina football. But if you'd have told me 6 months ago that Ryan Helinski was not going to be the quarterback for South Carolina this season, I would have said, okay, it's really getting stupid down there. Hunter Porth, do you feel like we could have performed better against Citadel, or are you happy with it? I'm happy with how we played. I know second half there's some people was going to... Now, you know, I got quite vocal about how I was upset, how everything went on last week in the Wake Forest game. Wake Forest game was annoying to me. I had people tell me, well, we don't have to show our playbook. You're doggone straight. We don't have to show our playbook. We should be able to line up, go I formation on Wake Forest and bust 55 points on them. With our second and third string. That's how much more, listen to me, it's how much more talent we have than them. That's how you, listen to me. And I'm not going to claim that I'm even one of these people who's going to be able to tell you, oh, that guy is standing in this particular form, and oh, did you notice that scheme right there? There's some of you get caught up in that so much, and that's great, and that's fine, I understand. But there's some of y'all that you do that, you forget that at the end of the day, what is the result of that stance, of that scheme, of that this, that, and the other? Because if it's not production, who gives a flipping crap if you can explain it? It's like algebra. People who can stand there and explain algebra, or explain trig, or explain calc, they're standing there looking like Superman and everything, and then they go, okay, now what? Well, what do you mean, now what? Are we an engineer? Well, no. You just wasted my time. But to answer your question, went off on a rant right there. I am happy with our performance yesterday. Sweeney could have ran up 110 points on them boys yesterday. He was not going to do it to Citadel. He wasn't going to do it to that team. He wasn't going to do it to that military school. He was not going to do it. And by the way, he doesn't have to do it. I got upset because we screwed around with Wake Forest. First game of the... Shut up. Once again, do I need to go over who's on our roster? Miles Murphy looked great. Brissett looked fantastic. Trenton Simpson coming off the edge. That was great. I love it. I love it. I love it. Exactly what went on. Miles Murphy, dear God. Good grief. We're down here. SEC dog, you make a very, very, very great point. Bobby, trash South Carolina all you want, but I guarantee you will not beat them this year. True. And I'll guarantee you that they were celebrating that they didn't have to play Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne this last season. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Take that, Bobby. You got me. You got me. You got me. Jordan Maythere. Cashews work. I told you that some form of peanuts. So last week, let me give you a little clarity of Jordan and what Jordan's saying. He's saying the cashews work. And he's a big Miami fan. So I talked about Dabo going and dropping his drawers and laying a big steamy peanut-filled doo-doo on whoever. It was Wake Forest. And Jordan sent me a message and said, well, I'm hoping to give those same peanuts to Manny. Hopefully they'll do it in their first game of the season. I can't remember who that was. You forgive me already for that. But, you know, Miami won their first game, but they didn't look polished. I know it was a first game and yada, yada, yada. But he sent me a message. He said, it didn't work. And I told him, I said, well, I think you just got backed up. His little system, Manny Diaz's system, couldn't take the peanuts. And Jordan says, we're going to try cashews this week. And then they did what they did last night at Louisville, which I think is still a good football team, especially because of their coach. You know, I'm a big, whoever's wearing headset it's a big deal. But, yeah, it worked. It did work. It did work. Well, listen, Clemson's going to be off this week. I'm going to be talking about some of the games that's coming up and yada, yada, yada. Try to get a little more active on here as we're in college football season. And also want to tell you, I want you to play a drinking game. Now, if you have a problem with alcohol, please don't do this. Please don't do this. But if you don't, you can do it with Coke. Not Coke, I'm talking about Coke. Get you whatever alcoholic beverage you like, or non-alcoholic beverage, and every time in the first 15 minutes, these big media outlets mention COVID-19, the precautions, social distancing, or social justice, drink. I guarantee you, you won't make it through the first 5 minutes of the first quarter. You will be drunk. Alcohol poisoning drunk. All I'm going to say to bid networks, get some new talking points. Hopefully with Miami starting to play, there are people already wetting themselves over Miami. Miami's back. Listen to me. Miami's, you know, they're looking better. Miami ain't back. They got a lot to prove before they say they're back. There's guys who pull for Miami I know going, please stop this. Please don't bring that up anymore. Please don't. Please. Don't bring up that anymore. We're not back. We just need to go out and play football. I agree with that 100%. Jordan says we're not back until we win the national championship. I think that's pretty safe right now because about 3 seasons ago, y'all looked like y'all were coming back and then everything fell apart. And that chain come out and I said, this is not good. This is not good. Everybody told me, dummy. Who's the dummy now? Who is the dummy now? I'm just asking. Who's the dummy now? And if you think it's me, go back over the past few seasons, and if you still feel that I'm wrong, I think I know who the dummy is, and it's not me. I'm Bobby Dirkens, brand new here, or if you've just been watching and you haven't been able to subscribe, go on Google. No, I am not. So I wished I was sponsored by them. Lord, that's all I do. But go create you a little account, and go in there, create your little account, and just subscribe. And that's all you have to do. It comes to you, everything. But if you do have an account, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. I'm Bobby Dirkens. If you keep showing up, good Lord, I'll keep showing out. If I can keep my eyes open. Bobby Dirkens.